Settling into a retreat can be a challenge. I know that just this last weekend we were planning to spend some time on retreat, and I came rushing into retreat, and I was still a little bit out of breath as we sat down to be quiet in silence. And it's really hard to just turn your inner thoughts off because you are on retreat. You know, we can go into silent places, we can be all by ourselves, but it can still be pretty noisy inside. I know some people have talked about it's like we have monkeys jumping around inside our brain, and as we want to relax, we want to breathe, and we want to be able to settle into retreat and be quiet, there can be distractions externally, and there can be distractions internally. And so I found it helpful to kind of walk myself through the process of trying to settle down. And usually I will be very intentional at the beginning of a retreat to try to help myself become very focused and intentional at being here. And so to begin with, I will mentally in my mind draw a big circle around my space. And if you're at a retreat center, it might be all the way around the retreat center. If you're in your room or sitting in your living room, in your chair or in your backyard, just draw a hedge, a big circle, a great big hedge around your space. And then imagine yourself going into that space like a secret garden, and going inside there and closing the door, and now you are in your sacred space. And all of the things that have been going on in your life, the things that you're concerned about, the conversations, all of that that's in your head, just put them outside that hedge, outside that door, and shut the door. And if those things come to mind, you might just take them and place them outside. It's also really helpful to have a piece of paper where I can write down those things and do almost like a mind dump, where I will just take the first maybe 5 minutes of my retreat and as fast as I can make a bulleted list of all of those things that I'm carrying around with me. One time my list had like 25 things on it, and it's so helpful because I can tell my mind that I've got it written down here. You don't need to keep bringing it to my mind and, distracting me with these things. I won't forget. I'll be able to read my list at the end of my retreat and come back to them. They'll be all there. And so I think by writing them down and getting them out of our head, it just enables us to relax a little bit and then to be focused here.